Alright, welcome back to Off the Couch, where we review games right after I've played them for a decent amount of time. Today, as you can plainly see, we are going to be reviewing Mindustry. Now, a quick rundown of what these reviews entail. They're very off the cusp, very improv things, so this is just like the first take of me doing this. And it is to get my general thoughts on the game out there and into the world just right after I've played it. So, Mindustry is the one that we're doing today, and Mindustry is a hybrid tower defense sandbox factory game. And at least that's what the Wikipedia says. And yeah, I think it's a really underrated game. There needs to be more attention on this thing. It came out back in 2019, I believe, and it's a really fun little game. Basically, the premise is that you are a little robot dude, a little robot ship thing that goes around and colonizes little patches of land and takes its materials to make guns and different types of weapons and as such. Now, the overall gameplay, you don't do a lot of fighting as the little dude. You have a little cannon that can shoot it's just a little pea shooter, and you don't do a lot of damage. You just you tap them. You just go, and it's like, okay, not taking any damage. What should I do? Well, I'm glad you asked. So basically, as you can probably see on the footage here, maybe, I don't know where it is at this point, there are defense things, thus the tower defense thing in the description, and you put them up, and they use different types of ammo, such as coal, copper, lead, etc. And you feed the materials into the cannons to then have them shoot. But the thing is that you gotta manage what materials you use as the ammo, and what you use to throw them into the kind of core. Because you have this little core that gets thrown down with you in the game, where you're able to conveyor belt all the materials to, and you are able to do research and get other more advantages, basically, after you get a certain amount of materials in the core. Now, what I really appreciate about this game is that it looks fairly complex when you first get into it, but then you realize that the research mechanic within the game slowly, like, drip feeds like gameplay mechanics to you and more complex things, because as time goes on, you're able to make more materials and different types of materials, and then liquid is introduced, like water and oil, which has a whole other thing, and it slowly but surely becomes more complex. But when you first get into the game, it is fairly simple. Just defend the tower, use these drills to get the materials to do the stuff. Fairly self-explanatory. Now, where things get more fun and more complicated is the factory side of the game, where you're able to conveyor belt a bunch of stuff into distributors to then make it go into different directions and make different other materials, to then use those materials to fend off against the ever-increasing baddies, and it all kind of, it's an Ouroboros of discovery, which I very much appreciate. I haven't found a whole lot of downsides to it yet. I haven't really touched the multiplayer, and I haven't completed much of the campaign. I'm only 15 hours into this mess, and I'm still having a great time. And I would say, if you're interested in this type of game, give it a shot. I'm pretty sure it's free on itch.io, but I got it on Steam for like $7, and it is completely worth it. So far, I would probably give it a probably a 7.8 out of 10, because it's held my attention. It's stayed with me for quite a while, and it's really easy to just lose time in it. So yeah, play it, have fun, and that was my off the couch review. See ya.